But if you
Got
if you
it.
minimize, the record button's not there. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scientifically Speaking. Today's guest is a wonderful friend of mine. I have been following you, I think, like since the beginning of my whole social media career. This is insane. And so, which was I've started on social media like what, 2018? And this is the first time that we are talking face to face. So everyone, my guest is Mr. Southern Homo. Literally, that's on his birth certificate. First name Southern, last name Homo. Mr. Southern Homo is a first year attending anesthesiologist and interventional pain physician enjoying the big city. Yeah.
Possibly one of the big cities.
Oh, wait, do you want me to cut that out?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Hi, Mr. Brian. Can you please cut that part out? But I do want to talk about that a bit. Okay, I won't specify
Yes.
the city.
Yes. We can talk about it.
Okay, so I literally was in your city a couple of weeks ago, and I did not know that you live there. Because if I had known, I obviously would have hit you up. Like, how long have you been there?
This is my second year here. So I did
Mm.
my fellowship. I moved to a different city to do my fellowship, and then I stayed on to be an attending. And I just really liked it.
Mm, I feel like a lot of actually no, I don't want to describe the city because then everyone's gonna know exactly what city it is. But
It's kind of like this, like everybody knows. Everybody knows.
I didn't know. Literally, when you messaged me the other day, because I just made a sponsored video and I mentioned that I was in a particular city, and then you're like, "Yo, you're
Mhm.
here," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And then when you said that I'm in your city, and I was like, "No, I was there a couple weeks ago. I would have hit you up." Oh my gosh! So, what is it like everything that you expected it to be when you moved there?
No, the first time that I ever stepped foot to in where I live now is the day I moved here, and I had no expectations.
I
That's because in medical training it's a match system. So it's not like you
Yar.
apply for a job or you apply for, a school or a program, and then you're saying, okay, I'm gonna accept your offer and I'm gonna go there, right?
Slay. You're
It's
right.
a computer algorithm that I don't completely quite understand, and then a computer basically tells you where to go.
And then you have like a chance to prioritize where you want to go, right? Same thing
Yes,
with
you
on
do.
their end. Ah, gotcha, gotcha.
Yes. So we call it a match system because like it matches based on your preference.
So it's Tinder. Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Tinder.
basically Tinder. You both have
Got
to swipe
yeah, like
right.
exactly. So
Right? Yes.
stop acting fake. You're like, I have never used Tinder forever, so I don't know what it is. So pretty much
I met my current partner on Tinder, but I just
same
haven't used it
here.
in like 2 years. So I don't
Same
remember which way to
here.
swipe.
Wait, I learned a couple months ago that you were dating someone and I didn't know. How long have y'all been together?
So we started dating the very first night I moved here.
Really? Wait.
Yes.
Wait. So okay, so you
hmm
matched schools or
hmm
residency programs, and then after you moved to your city, is that when you also matched with your current boyfriend?
Yes. So we met a couple of years ago at a conference. We're both anesthesiologists. So we met a couple of years ago
Mm.
at a conference, and then we like intermittently DM'd each other on Instagram. But it
Mm.
was just like very like friendly, like nothing like romantic or anything like
Really?
that. Yes.
Really? Okay.
And then before I moved here, I was on the Tinder, what do they call it? The one where you can like change your cities. What do they call that? I can't remember.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Yes.
mean though.
Yes, 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 yes.
I was moving here in like 2 weeks, so I changed my city there. So we matched before I moved there, but we went out to
Mm,
dinner the first night I moved there.
At any point were you before even dating him, were you like, I want to date him. I want to be with him. Or I find him very attractive that I want to be with him.
No, because like it was just like we knew of each other, but it was never because we were like what 1,000 miles away. It was just like no.
Okay, 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 okay. And y'all have been together for how long again?
So this was June 2021 when I moved here.
Oh, so y'all have been
So
together
like
for a year, about a year.
yeah, yeah, a little over a year.
Girl, me too with my boyfriend. We
Yeah, like
also matched on Tinder. Yeah, we've been together for it would be our 11 months and seven
that's
in a
so
week.
exciting.
I know. We've been on like a similar trajectory. I can never fucking say this word. Trajectory.
Tra
Trajectory.
trajectory.
Trajectory. And the fact that one, I literally just learned that you're Vietnamese a couple of
Mm-hmm.
like last week, which is mind blowing. I didn't know you're Vietnamese. And then two, the fact that we're like
But
dating, our dating history is kind of similar. Mind blowing. Revolution.
twinsies, twinsies.
Literally twinsies, twinsies. Wait, so when did y'all like what is the exact date of when y'all started dating?
June 6th.
Shut the fuck up. Literally me too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And
I'm
what was your day?
kidding. No. It is
Sorry, June 5th. June 5th.
wow. Ooh, the day after
You're gonna listen to
Independence
this.
Day.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
The day after Independence Day.
No, no, that's July.
Oh, fuck. Okay. You
God.
said No. You said June.
June.
You said June, but I interpreted it as July.
Oh no. No.
uh, I literally follow the stereotype of like STEM majors who are just bad at history and bad at English.
Really? I went to a liberal arts college, so
Really?
yeah, so I had to take all those history classes and a bunch of English and writing classes. The only grade that I didn't get an A in college was European history.
European history.
Yeah, I'm still bitter about that kind of.
Honestly, you know those stereotypes of Americans where like Americans are just dumb and we don't know anything outside of the US?
It's
Like,
true.
it's true. I literally follow
Yeah.
that stereotype. I don't know any Europe. You're beating yourself up about not getting an A in European history. I would have failed. I probably would have flunked out of the class. I like probably would have failed and even like flunked out of the college. I don't know any. I mean, I know bits and pieces, but I don't remember
Yeah, like
anything.
yeah, like the Queen just died. That's it. That's all I know about European
Wait,
history.
Beyonce? No, just kidding.
No, what's her name? The white lady with the corgis.
Wait, so when did you graduate college?
I graduated college. Gosh, I have to think about this. Oh my
Not
gosh,
you
it's been so
thinking about.
long.
I all
So
I
I
know is
graduated
that.
high school in '09. So
Oh
I
no.
graduated high school in 2009 because class of 2009, we are so fine. That's how I remember that. So
Ew.
college would be 4 years. So 2013 was college.
20 when you graduated. Oh yeah, no, okay. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
were
2013.
you were a senior in high school when I was a freshman.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I remember when you posted your I think your age on Instagram like probably a year or two ago. And then I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Bitch, you're older than me? You look so
I'm
young."
31.
I
I'm
know, which
31.
is weird because you don't look 31. You look
Well,
literally 21. You look 10 years
well,
younger.
I religiously avoid the sun,
Good,
and
as you should.
I've been using tretinoin since I was an intern.
Everyone listen, he's a doctor. So if you want to look young, youthful, and supple, then listen to him. Listen to the
Yes.
doctor.
And I got my first Botox just 10 units on my forehead. Nothing exciting, nothing
Uh-huh.
major, like la last spring.
That is so fucking funny because I literally got Botox um in March of this year. The person that was administering the Botox said that generally people administer about 20 to 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And I was like, okay, this is my first time. Let's do baby steps. Let's do 10 and 10 or
Yeah.
11. And she was really focusing on my what are they called? 11 lines? My,
Yeah. The
yeah,
eyebrows,
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes.
furrow.
But she's like, there is a chance that if she doesn't do it correctly, like the eyebrow can droop or something. And I was like,
Yeah, ptosis, yes.
yes. And I was like, no, let's just do the forehead because I think that's where my lines are prominent. And
Mm-hmm.
it only lasts for like 3 months, right? And then you have to like do it
Yes.
again.
Yes. Botox lasts for 3 months. It gets kind of expensive. I get mine for free because
I
I give
know, and
people
I'm
Botox.
jealous.
So I just like use the leftovers.
Leftovers from patients? Like,
Yeah. It
okay,
just
I
goes
guess.
into the trash either way.
Oh my God. Okay, so what you're saying is whenever I come back to your city, I'm gonna visit you in the office, and you're gonna stab me, you're gonna give me some Botox for free, right? Okay, right. Sounds
Yeah,
great.
well, literally the first and only time I got Botox, I wasn't even planning on getting it because I just injected a patient who gets migraines, so I give Botox for migraine headaches, and then my attending was like, "Do you need Botox? Raise your eyebrows. Raise your eyebrows." And she's like, "Oh,
Mm.
you need Botox. Come sit here." And then she
Uh,
started injecting me.
I would feel so offended if someone said that to me, like, "Hey, Darren, do this." Yeah, you need to get surgery because that looks weird. Or you need to get Botox because you have a lot of lines in your forehead.
Yeah.
I would be hurt. Oh my God. Were you offended?
No. Well, she's like a young Asian woman. She was only like 2 years older than me. And she's like, I get it too. It's okay.
I don't know why. This is giving me like Bling Empire vibes. Like
Oh my
if
gosh. Bling
Anna,
Empire.
do you watch it?
I do. I watched the first episode of the most recent season three. So I
It
finished one and
is,
two.
you know it's fake, right?
It's fake. It's so fake. Everything sounds so rehearsed.
Yes, so
It's
rehearsed.
like people
And
do not have this much drama in real life.
yes.
Like,
And I feel like they are really pushing like the cultural aspect of it. You know what I mean?
yes.
Like
Yes.
I feel like a lot of the things that we do culturally just happen, but they are really pushing it. And I think because of like Crazy Rich Asians, I mean, which is great to like to the non-Asian eye, but to us Asians, we kind of see like through that facade where it's not really authentic, and I think they're just trying to. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of rubs me the wrong way that it's not authentic. You know what I mean?
It's not authentic. It's like I have the same feeling as Selling Sunset, for example. Selling
So
Sunset is
you are
hella
like
fake.
the fourth gay person I know that watches that show. Is it really that good?
Selling Sunset. I don't watch it.
Oh, oh,
I watched a few episodes. It's that reality TV show on Netflix where they
yeah.
sell real estate in like Southern California or something.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it's also very fake. I don't know. I feel like all the reality shows on Netflix are very scripted and fake.
apparently one of the main gals of Selling Sunset made an appearance on Bling Empire. I didn't know. But I watch it because of how fake it is. I don't watch it because it's good. I watch it because it's how bad it is.
Yeah.
The drama is just so there's just a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunications. They're just trying to find drama in
Yeah.
areas where there
It's
isn't actual drama.
Yeah, it's like a lot of pot stirring and games of telephone. And it's like we live in an age where you can just text someone, like just text them,
True, for
rather
real.
than like going and trying to find different stories. I don't know, it just feels all very,
My mom's workplace had like a picnic at a ranch for like families, and they had like this caricature artist. And I don't know if you saw my Instagram story, but I took a picture of the picture that the artist drew of me, and I
hmm
was so offended that they drew me like Kane. I look
Oh
like
my
Kane. I
God.
know. I look like Kane from Bling Empire. But hey, they gave me a very chiseled jaw. But like my boyfriend and I were like, this person looks so familiar. And we're like, oh wait, this is literally Kane from Bling Empire. And then my boyfriend like took a hard look at me. He was like, yeah, I mean to some extent, you kind of do look like him. And I was
That's what would
like,
happen. He's what you would look like if you went too hard on the fillers and the Botox. So be
yes.
careful.
Oh
Be
my,
careful next time.
I know. I want my all stars glow up. I want my lips filled and my cheekbones huge. Do you have any fillers?
I would never use fillers. I never have and I never will. I'm actually fine with how I look. So I actually
Yeah, you
would
are very
never use fillers or
handsome.
get plastic surgery. But I mean I'm an anesthesiologist, so I see what happens in the operating room too.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's just like it's not like all that plastic stuff is not really for me.
For yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
totally with you on that. I think what has really scarred me is seeing a lot of botched surgeries.
Yes.
Have you seen have you seen Madonna recently?
Like in person.
No, no,
No. No, I
no.
think no, I think a lot of not many celebrities age gracefully. I'll say that. And I think it's as a result of like, I don't know, doing stuff to yourself to like try to maintain that youthful look,
Yes.
like with a scalpel or like a needle, and it's not something I would do. Like I wouldn't even get Botox again.
You've only done Botox once?
I've only done Botox once, and I
Oh,
wouldn't do it
oh,
again. Yeah.
girl, this entire time I thought you've been doing it like every 3 months.
Oh
Wow, we
no,
really
I only got it once, and like when I get extra Botox, I give it to my friends.
wow. So we are similar.
Yeah, I've only gotten it once, but I wouldn't do it again either.
Wow. Whoa, girl, your skin looks good.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And I feel like you also give a lot of advice on Instagram about like just like general health advice. And I remember when I think like 2 years ago,
Oh my God.
you give do you know what do you know what I'm about to bring up?
I don't know. I talk a lot of shit on Instagram. So what happened 2 years ago?
You told your
Oh, is this the
followers.
moisturizing your hole?
Yes,
Yes,
that is that is revolutionary, okay?
it
I
is. Oh my God.
I remember you like did this for a while, like you were so adamant, and I was like, interesting. I'm not gonna do it, but interesting. And then one day, I was like, I hopped out the plane at LAX with my dream and my
Mhm.
cardigan. No, so I hopped out of the shower,
The
and
dream being
then
a smooth hole.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I'm not usually like a bottom, but I was like, I just want to like not saying
Treat
that you have to,
yourself.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Not saying that you have to be a bottom to moisturize your hole, but I was like, I just want to just have smooth skin all around.
Yes.
And it was mind-blowing. It was life-changing. My life changed for the better. Okay.
I
And
legitimately get so many comments about it. Not my hole, about like people like moisturizing for the
it's
first
like
time.
it's like you just naturally posting your hole on like Instagram
No,
nonchalantly.
just like people doing it for the first time. They're like, "Oh my God." Well, my rationale is always so I have actually have like pretty severe eczema. Okay,
Hmm.
there's a backstory to all this.
So you're
I have pretty
saying
severe
you have
eczema.
really bad eczema on your asshole. That's what you're
No,
saying.
it's just like
Gotcha.
anywhere on my body. So they're like random patches pop up, right?
Yeah.
Um, and my eczema is kind of atypical. Like I've actually gone to the dermatologist several times and had to get like biopsies to make sure it wasn't anything like more sinister, right?
Yeah.
Um, turns out it's just like eczema. So like ever since I was a teenager, I've been moisturizing religiously. So I don't use lotions because that dries you out even more. I use moisturizing creams,
Really?
and then on top of that, I layer it with ointment, like
Mm.
Vaseline, right?
Hmm.
So I actually have like legitimate dry skin. And like every time I'm out of the shower, the first thing I do is moisturize my entire body. And I think most people do that too. They lotion, their arms, their legs,
Yeah,
or whatever.
I
It's like if you're
lotion
moisturized,
my
yeah. So
I
if you
use
lotion everything,
uh-huh.
why are you skipping your ass?
Damn, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. I put lotion on everything but my asshole. But
Yeah,
after
why do you
listening
skip that? The body part that probably gets the most chafing.
damn.
Your whole deserves love too.
Damn. Not okay. I feel like literally all the straight people are like all the straight men who are listening are probably like, what the fuck? Like, I don't mean let water touch my asshole. Let alone like, why would I even touch my asshole with moisturizer? That's gay. Huh. Yeah, I mean that does make a lot of sense. But okay, let's go back to
Hmm.
lotion to drying your skin. Is that really true?
So lotion, I think, is like more. There's more water in it because it's like smoother than a moisturizing cream, right? It's like smoother, more liquid. It's like
Yeah.
the water evaporates, so there's like less of a barrier on your skin. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
use moisturizing creams. They're thicker and they stay on longer and last longer.
Damn, who knew you would give medical advice on this
Oh my
podcast?
God.
Wow, okay. So everyone
Individual results may vary.
right.
Go see your local dermatologist.
This is actually where you get a lot of lawsuits because you didn't I'm actually gonna ask my editor to um cut that part out and then you're gonna get a lot of lawsuits. So
Okay.
yeah, just
I actually make it a point to not ever give medical advice besides like like regular stuff like go get your flu shot, things like that,
Wait, you
because
believe in flu shots?
I do believe in flu
No, I'm just
shots.
kidding. I'm
I believe
kidding.
in I believe in all the shots. Give me all the antigens.
You believe in
Give
that
me
government
all
propaganda?
give me all the shots. Give me all the needles. I want all of it. I want it all.
You're like, give me
But
Botox, give me
yeah,
vaccine, give me
yes. But what
heroin.
I've noticed from social media, especially now that for the past couple of years, TikTok has been on the rise, is like a lot of people without any credentials at all,
Yes.
right? Can just go and like spew something because they're trying to hawk a product or they're trying
Yes.
to hawk like something that they're selling, right? Like
Yes.
yesterday, for example, it was someone was doing like a colonoscopy. It was like a very brief thing of a colonoscopy, and there was a worm in it. And then they stitched it to this woman saying, this parasite is in everybody's body because of the foods we eat. So you need to
Oh my
continue
gosh.
every few weeks de-parasite and detoxify your bloodstream so you don't get these worms in your gut. And it's like, no, people don't have worms in their gut at all. So like you don't have to detoxify, you don't have to like deparasitify yourself. And then you click on her profile and it's like, learn how to detox. Call me today and book an appointment.
That's so annoying.
Ooh, but question, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
And I have an
What
answer
year
for
are
you.
you in your program?
Oh, I'm not. It's so funny. There's this huge misunderstanding that people think that I'm in grad school. I'm actually not in grad school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I got accepted to a program, but then I turned it down because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this would be really cool for my story arc. No, I don't know. I just feel like I have a lot of commitment issues. And I was like, I don't know if I can commit to this for this many years because I also want to do,
PhDs are hard.
you know what else is hard? That starts with the D. I can't think of anything witty. I
I
really
can't
can't.
think of
I
anything.
was like, oh, what's the punchline? I can't think of anything. But yeah, like it's also like a huge, you can't do anything else. You have to like really focus on your PhD. And I was like, I'm wanna take advantage of all the social media stuff. All these
Mm-hmm.
opportunities are being thrown my way, and I kind of just wanna do them before I
You
commit
should.
to grad school. And so I think the more that I think about it, I just want to take on all these opportunities. And I've been getting into acting a bit, and it's been super fun. And I know for sure that like if I was in grad school right now, I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I'm doing on the side.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. And so in the time being, I've been just research teching. which is really nice because I don't have to obviously go to class. I work on my own project at my own pace. So even if I have to fly out and go do something, I can afford to like pause my project and then resume when I come back.
That's so nice.
I know. I love my PI so much. And he's just super understanding, super supportive. And so he's like, yeah, like, do what you gotta do. That's not even, he doesn't sound like that. He has a very thick Polish accent. And, if for any reason, if you have to leave the lab, if things get really busy, just let me know and we can always have another person take over your project. And I'm like, oh my God,
Oh, that's so nice.
I
No, I
know.
remember following you for years too because I was a biochemistry major in college.
Girl,
So like your so
same.
like your so like your early stuff was all, central dogma, like proteins, RNA translation,
What's
transcription,
that?
right?
Imagine if I'm like, what's a central dogma?
And now
It's
I'm
it's
like,
it's all an
now I can't
act.
explain any of that shit. Now I can't explain any of that shit. But I was like, oh, this is so funny.
I think one of the first times I really went through your page was when you tagged me in like a tweet or something, and you're like, what did you say?
The Gaysians tweet how we run social media science.
Something like that.
Yes.
And like I like you are so fucking funny on Twitter. Like did it ever become a problem in medical school or like residency programs?
So I started it my first year of med school. So when I was in college, I had a Twitter, but it was like, one of your personal Twitters where you're just like
Yeah,
following your friends and everything like that.
slay.
And then that's kind of like when like those like meme accounts started like coming up.
Yeah,
And I just remember reading through like the gay meme accounts, like I'm funnier than all these people. So I
yeah.
made one. So I made one, and
Yeah.
it turns out I was.
You know, you remind me of you watch Drag Race, right?
Of course.
Okay, I know. Why would I even ask that? That was so offensive. Bob the drag queen has his one bit where he's like, "Hi everyone. I'm from New York City, which means I think I'm better than you. I'm gay, which means I am better than you."
Yeah.
That's literally what you said. What you said is the same energy of
Yes.
Bob's opening joke. I always heard that like when you're in medical school, you have to be very careful with what you post on social media because you're always being evaluated, not only in school, but like every aspect of your life, even outside of school.
Yes, yes. So one thing I'll say this, I've always been anonymous on Twitter. Like I haven't, I don't use it as like a professional Twitter, right? I don't say that I'm a
True.
medical student at this university. I'm interested in this. But over the past, I would say like several years or so, definitely during like the last half of my residency, so in the last like 3 or 4 years, I've noticed that a lot of medical students are on Twitter now as their professional persona.
Mm,
Like they have a professional headshot. They say, I'm a third year student at
true.
XYZ
Yeah.
University, interested in anesthesiology, interested in general surgery, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I think they've been using that to like network and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely been a shift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hands down. I feel
Yeah.
like academic Twitter is just like that too. A lot of PIs follow each other. Also,
Yeah.
you know what a PI is, right?
Yes.
Okay, because
A
I
principal investigator.
yes, I get a handful of DMs every now and then of like PI, is that like what's
Private investigator.
private investigator? Okay. Within med school, there are a lot of like PIs, right? I mean, yeah, like
Yeah.
MDPH.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And there are a lot of like MD only, like they don't have a PhD. Like my PI did 3 years of research in med school. Like during med school, I did 3 years of research. And I had a PI and she got an MD. She only had an MD. But she had her
Actually, no,
own
that makes yeah.
lab. She had like research techs and everything. And I was just, I did research with her.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a dumb question, I guess. No, that was a really good question. It wasn't dumb at all. Um, oh, but yeah, there's like definitely a shift in Twitter where like a lot of people like on academic Twitter, people use it to network. A lot of PIs use it to find
Yes.
postdocs, PhD students. in the past couple of years, there's like a huge sense of camaraderie on
Hmm.
Twitter of people just supporting each other, posting papers that they published. Also, outside of grad school, on Twitter, people are more open to talking about like burnout and
Yes.
just like mental health that they
Yes.
generally don't talk about in school, you know?
Yeah. The thing I wonder is, I wonder how that translates to. I hope it's not all a facade and they're just doing it for show, because I've definitely, because you mentioned a lot of academic people are on Twitter now.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen some surgeons who or other attendings,
Yeah, yeah.
at,
Say
I'm
their
gonna say
names.
that,
Say their
right?
names.
Who are complete assholes, complete jerks, complete assholes, like
Mm-hmm.
narcissistic personality disorder, will scream at you,
Mm-hmm.
who on Twitter, completely different persona.
Hmm.
It's like, I support mental health, mental well-being, I support DEI initiatives, blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
like, bitch, no, you don't. Bitch, no, you do not.
Girl.
Girl, stop playing. So I wonder, whenever I see this, like every medical student you see on Twitter will be like, I am interested in, healthcare disparities, underserved populations, DEI, I'm interested, like LGBTQI lives. Like, are you really? I really want someone to be like, I am interested in cosmetic surgery, going into dermatology, and I want to make bank. I want someone to just be
Yeah.
honest for once, right?
Literally,
That's what I want to see.
literally, like, you remind me of my this reminds me of my roommate in college when he was applying to medical school, and him and we've known each other since first grade. And so I feel like I am entitled to give him shit. And we
Hmm.
joke about it to this day because right now he's I think he's in his first or second year of residency. But
Hmm.
he when he was applying, he was struggling on his personal statement. And I was like, I'm not gonna say his name. I was like, Thomas, think, like, why do you want to go into medical school? Like, what are you passionate about? And then he's like, well, I just want like a stable job. I just want to like make a lot of money. And I was like,
Which
well,
is an
shit.
okay thing to say. I think we should recognize that that is completely acceptable reason to go into that. This might be a hot take. Feel free to
Mm,
keep this in your
yeah, I was
podcast.
gonna say, I mean,
It's perfectly acceptable, right?
hmm
People 99% of people pick their job based on, one, whether or not they like it,
hmm
right? Um, two, job stability, and like three, salary. It's completely okay to say that. It's like, you would never judge a lawyer for saying, "Oh, I picked this job based on like how much it pays me and whether or not I like it." But like somehow, when you say that in medicine, you get shamed.
Okay. I mean, yeah. At the time, I was like, then just write that. And then he was like, no, but then like, I guess because compared to our like other friends who are writing their personal statements, it was like very profound and like I want to do it because I feel like the general take on personal statements is I there's like a genuine interest in helping the public, you know?
Yes, you can still do that and recognize that you're doing it, and know that, and also recognize that the job offers stability and, a good income.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
mutually exclusive. It doesn't mean you're suddenly like a hardcore capitalist, right? Or a hardcore Republican, conservative Republican who only cares about making a lot of money. Because I'm like a very progressive liberal, right? And I am fine with paying a ton of taxes. But that doesn't mean that I didn't pick my job based on the money, right?
Slay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I so it's just one of my things where it's just like, especially in medicine, we're like very hush hush about it all, which leads to like disparities in income. Like the gender wage gap is really big in medicine because like people are afraid to talk about it. So I'm very like, I do think it's a thing that we need to like get over.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But I also realize that it is a hot topic. But I will say this though, I'd be interested to like, if you ask all your friends who are currently doctors,
Yeah.
right, in medicine, ask them to like go back to their personal statement. Are they actually doing what they wanted to do in their personal statement? I would bet that very few of
Mm,
them are, right? Because medicine is not like this one big hodgepodge of things where it's like, oh, I want to help people. picking a specialty is hard. It's like dating. It's like falling in love, right? If you asked me to be like an internal medicine doctor or a GI doctor, I would quit. I would quit medicine right away. If you asked me to be a cardiologist, I would quit. If you asked me to be a general surgeon, I would quit. If you asked me to be like a pediatrician or a dermatologist, I would quit because I don't like those areas of medicine. I love my area of medicine, but like it's not this one huge hodgepodge. It's like, oh, I want to help
Yeah,
people. I want to change the world. It doesn't work like that.
that's fair. I mean, you're right. Yeah, I comparing to like other people writing the personal statements, I think we have like a very naive sense of what medical school would like actually entail. And so I
Yeah.
think we also try to write what we think the admission committee wants to like see and hear, you know?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think at the time, a lot of us are just like, oh, let's just write. I think a huge enticing part of a personal statement is that, oh, want to help people, want to do all these great things.
Hmm.
But I'm sure like a lot of medical students, when they get into medical school, they realize that it's a bigger force than they can.
It's a big game of chess that you have to navigate very carefully.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
heard that so
Yes.
many times.
Yeah, it's a completely different ball game. You have to play it very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people don't aren't quite willing to play that game,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or don't know how to play that game, or maybe aren't as well supported based on, multitude of reasons.
Slay.
And but but that doesn't mean like but like most people make it through, but it's just you have to be able to understand that it's this big force, this big institution, and you're probably unlikely to change a lot of the aspects of it. Because
Yeah.
for example, in my intern year, one of my co-interns, like her first year residency intern year, she quit at the end of the year because she's like, I just feel like I people weren't respecting me. And I was just like, girl, you're a fucking intern. We've all seen Grey's Anatomy. Nobody respects interns. Like that was her big problem. It's like no one people treat me like shit. I'm a grown woman. And it's like, I agree, people treat us like shit.
Mm-hmm.
We deserve like a base level of respect. But like my thing is you're yes, I agree with everything that you're saying, but you're not gonna change like
Yeah.
hundreds of years worth of like people acting like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
work your way through it, and like you can slowly make changes once you're out of the system.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just like yes, it sucks, but it's just one of those things that unfortunately you just have to like go
Damn.
through it. It's this game that you just have to navigate. And some people aren't willing to do that. And it's fine. Like I respect them for it.
For you, has there ever been a moment where you're like, I can't fucking do this anymore? Like, I hate everyone here. No one's supporting me.
Like
Everyone's
once a
treating me like
week.
shit. You're like, oh, that sounds like a Wednesday afternoon for me.
Yeah, once a week. Like even as an attending, like med school was hard, residency was hard, fellowship was hard, being an attending is hard. But but overall you like your job. Well, I like my job
Can
for
you
sure.
elaborate on what makes it hard?
What makes it hard? I
Yeah.
think what makes it hard, I think burnout is very real and there's a lot of things that
Oh,
contribute to
yeah. Oh,
burnout.
yes.
I'm obviously in a different stage of my career now where I'm in attending, right? So I have like I'm the final say
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in what the
You're in your
plan is.
final form.
Uh, yes, I'm in my final form. I think burnout when you're a medical student, resident, when you're a trainee,
Yeah,
essentially,
yeah.
comes from, you just have a lot of stuff to do. It's just very busy, and then your personal life, your social life takes a hit.
Oh, yeah.
So that contributes to burnout. And then you have all these people overseeing. You have like multiple bosses, and like you have to navigate all that, and that contributes to burnout. Um, from my in my field specifically, like last when fellowship, like patients contribute to my burnout. A lot of people don't talk about this when they talk about burnout in medicine. They'll talk about like, oh, like insurance companies give me a lot of hassle,
Mm-hmm.
administrators give me a lot of hassle, um, you know, we have to research, we have to publish papers, we have to do like sit on X, Y, and Z committees, I have
Yeah.
to teach things like that, give
I could
lectures, all these,
never. Nope.
yeah, like all these things contribute to burnout. Was like one thing I always see missing is like patients contribute to my burnout as well. Like when I have someone just like screaming at me,
Hmm.
and when I have that like 5 times a day,
You scream back, right?
right?
You
No, I
should
don't
scream back.
scream back.
Why not?
But
I would.
like even over like silly things. It's not like I don't work in a field like my subspecialty is pain interventional pain medicine. I don't work in a field where like people die. Still a serious field, but it's not necessarily life or death.
Yeah.
But like every doctor experiences this. Like emergency medicine, I think experiences a lot of burnout from patients. Like if someone screams at you and that's like your entire day, that contributes to burnout.
Damn.
Um, I think we should just recognize that more because I think like you're just trying to do your best to help the patient, and sometimes it's necessarily not the thing that they want you to do.
Yeah. When they yell at you and stuff, do you like take it personally or do you just like learn to, I guess, like desensitize it?
I've learned over time to desensitize it because I can compartmentalize things pretty well. Like,
Yeah.
as an anesthesiologist, I do deal with life or death situations like all
Hmm.
the time. Like, if I don't do something within the next 2 minutes, this person's gonna die. So I better do it right now. So when I encounter something in like a lower acuity situation, it
Yeah.
doesn't really bother me that much. But like interactions with people, like people being like administrators, nurses, other attendings in different specialties or patients, any kind of people, those interactions also contribute to burnout because I am completely respectful and kind to everybody that I talk to regardless of what level you are and what you do in
Hmm.
the hospital.
Oh,
But other
amen.
people, but other people do not have that kind of similar respect for everybody else that they talk to.
Hmm.
Because I've talked to, for example, surgeons who will raise their voice at me, and then I'll just say something back very calmly. And then when they realize that I'm an attending, they will
Hmm.
completely change their demeanor. Yes, they
Really?
will completely change. They will
That's
completely
annoying.
change their demeanor. Which is like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm a med student. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if I'm the attending anesthesiologist. You should talk to me the same way,
Amen, girl.
right?
Amen.
So I think stuff like that contributes to burnout.
Also, it doesn't help that you look like you're 20. And so that's probably why they're like, oh, you're a med student. So, are you ever like sassy back or nah?
Oh, I can bring the sass.
Uh,
I can bring the sass.
oh, mama, you want sass? I'll bring you sass, mama.
Yeah, but I've never like screamed at a person or like actually like raised my voice,
Really? I do it all the time.
in like an aggressive way. Like I don't really raise my voice, but my tone can definitely be very pointed.
Ooh. You know that there's like a lot of like gay lingo that we say like use. Do you ever like bring it to work? Or are you like very
You code switch.
yeah, code switch?
I do code switch a lot.
Uh, I can never. It literally in lab, I'm always like slay work, and my PI had to ask me like, "What do you mean by this slay?" And I was like,
Oh my
"Oh,
gosh.
yeah, literally." He was like this European man who's like, "What do you mean by slay?" And I was like, I had to explain to him, and or like, I have to explain why I say boots a lot, or like when they make a
Oh
point, I'm
my
like
god.
boots. Yes. Sometimes I get like new followers, and they're like, "What do you mean by spill the tea?" Spill the
This,
tea, and I'm like, "Oh my God." It's like spill the beans. And they're like, ah,
yes.
okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
Literally. Okay, well, thank you so much for being on this episode.
Yes, thank you.
I have a couple of questions to ask you.
Yes,
Do you have any motherfucking advice to give to our listeners?
yes. I think the biggest advice I can give is to pick your battles carefully.
Damn,
Like not every fight is worth fighting.
that is so
Like
true.
yeah, figure out what means the most to you and do that. But not every fight is worth fighting. Your mental health will take a hit if you fight every fight.
That's a good goddamn advice. 'Cause let
Yeah.
me tell you, growing up, I
Yeah.
was so stubborn and I always had to say the last word and I had to win every battle.
Yeah.
I think more so now I'm just lazy. That's what it is. Lazy to just keep talking. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Also, I'm 31. I'm just tired.
girl, I feel you. Oh my God. Okay, so like mentally, I'm
Hmm.
like 23. Physically, I'm 27, okay? And
27.
yeah, I know. I'm 4 years younger than you, remember? And
Yeah.
girl, let me tell you, these past couple of years, I feel my body aging. I used to be able to work in a lab 12 hours straight, no breaks,
Hmm.
or like just on coffee and water. And now I like feel the consequences of my body of just like giving up on me. I'm literally tired all the time
You got to take care of yourself.
because if you don't take
Otherwise,
care of
you're
yourself, how you gonna take care of other people?
you gotta also advice number two. Advice number two.
Damn.
Advice
Advice
two.
number two, the comeback. Okay.
Yes. Moisturize your hole.
Oh, damn. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, everyone, moisturize every crevice of your body. I promise you, it is life changing. You're going to my gaze, to my gaze. Listen to this man. He gives some good goddamn advice.
It's
Moisturize at
true.
home.
It's true.
And if my listeners want to follow you, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at southernhomo.
Wait, how did you come up with the name Southern Homo?
I was living in the South. Well, I grew up in the South and I was gay, a
Wait,
homo.
you're gay? I did not
I'm gay.
I did
I'm a
not know that.
homosexual. A homosexual.
Now, you know, on this podcast, we don't like homosexuals. We don't like them homosexuals. You know that, right?
Boots.
So I'm actually I'm actually canceling you right now. Alrighty, Mr. Southern, last name Homo. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. And we will listen. No, fuck. And we I fucking hate these endings because I don't know how to ever end a podcast. All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Southern Homo.
Thank you.
And we will see y'all, listen to y'all, hear y'all fucking next
Thank you
time.
so much.
Alrighty,
Bye
bye
bye.
y'all.